to the platform again today. I am happy to see you again, and I'm happy you're viewing me. Today, the job is simple on the platform. Just as you always know, this is a platform where we look at legal issues. And today, we'll be looking at the statement made by the just deceased music artist, popularly known as Mohbad. A lot of persons have, talked about this, and some were saying, of course, his statement is, it's a dying declaration. Some said no, it is. Of course, I thought it so wise that it is necessary, before we pass any information, we know, number one, the definition of what we want to pass. Number two, we know the legal implication of whatever you want to say. And that is the simple reason why I have come to the platform today, to look at what a dying declaration is. A dying declaration has been legally defined in the Evidence Act, particularly in Section 40 of the Evidence Act. Well, it's defined as a statement made by a person as to the cause of his death, or circumstances or events which resulted in his eventual death. I want us to, mark the statement eventual death. Now, where such death is in question, that's another issue. The number one issue is it might have led to, his eventual death. Number two is the death must be in question. Then the implication of those is that it be admissible in evidence, where at the time he made such statements, he believed himself to be in danger of imminent death. He believed himself to be in danger of imminent death. All right? Now, analytically, a statement ordinarily will not just mean a dying declaration, except it fall within the ambit of the definition of the Evidence Act. That is, it must, be made when he knew that, I'm not going to make this, this moment. What he's expecting at that time is just death. Now, that is the definition from the Evidence Act. Of course, I'm not going to be talking about the statement he made. I'm not going to be talking about where he made the statement. Personally, I've seen the video, of course, but my own duty here is to let us realize what a dying declaration is, so that we'll know what information we let out, so that we don't still go creating another scene to the general public. Also, you should know that statements that you want to present as dying declaration must meet some conditions which will make it a valid dying declaration. Such conditions were stated in the case of Ebri against state. Ebri against the state. EBRI against the state. Of course, the citation is provided in this video, and you can see it on the video right now. The citation is 2004 All Federation Weekly Law Report, Part 216, 420 at 435. Now, what are these conditions? The court stated 3 conditions that such statement must meet. Number 1 is the maker of such statement must have, at the time he made such statement, believed himself to be in danger of imminent death. Imminent is synonymous to inevitable, and inevitable actually means something that you cannot escape it. It must come. It is inevitable. You cannot dodge it. You cannot shy away from it. Yes, that death must be as a result of that danger. Number 2, the statement must be relevant and be admissible as to the cause of the maker's death or any circumstances of the event in which resulted in his death. This second condition is subject to the investigation that the police is carrying on now. And at this juncture, I will commend Nigerian police force for doing a great job. And again, I will regard this as a clarion call on the Nigerian police force that this is another way to prove that Nigerian police force is actually our friend. We always say police is your friend. Of course, this is time for the NPF to prove that they are actually our friend. Now, don't forget, we're talking about dying declaration. So, and we said the statement must be relevant to the cause of the death. And the third one is that the cause of death of the deceased maker must be in issue at the trial at which the statement is to be proved. So, 2 things have not happened in this scenario. Number 1, the statement is subject to investigation. Number 2, is subject to if it's going to court, if it's going to be proved in the court of law. Now, I don't want to contend this third one because I know people are actually waiting for the cause of death of this young man. This is a young, promising man who just came into limelight in the industry and believed to be doing well in the industry. In fact, following the video we saw regarding his the tribute that was done for him, in fact, Personally, I was, I witnessed the one that happened at the Muri Okunla Park at Lagos, Victoria Island, Lagos, and I saw the crowd. Wow! I told one of my, friends, I said, if this guy was alive and organized a concert, a music concert, I doubt if he would have seen or realized such population that attended his tribute. This is how much Nigerian youth can, support themselves. This is how much Nigerian youth are so united, and they await the justice that will come from this investigation. So it's a clarion call on the Nigerian police force to please do whatever they can to, get to the root of this man's death. Not only, because people want the trial. No. Two things must definitely happen. Number one, if the death is linked to anyone, so that such person can be brought to justice. Another one is, if it's not linked to anyone, then such person that is being accused can be free, to walk around the community, to be free to enjoy his constitutional rights. Because as it stands now, if anyone is being accused of this death, being linked to this event, such person can definitely, it will vitiate the constitutional right of such person. But where you accuse somebody without coming to, conclude that this is actually what happened via the investigation, and we can't even say that is the person. Of course, the person will feel bad, will not even be free to, go around, to enjoy his freedom. So this actually depends on the investigation that is going on right now with the Nigerian police. So we beg the Nigerian police force to please make it, a duty to please quickly conclude on this investigation, and we pray that the Almighty will, grant you the strength and the ability, the endowment to be able to carry out your duty justifiably. So, and I encourage Nigerians generally, please let's not, go about, declaring what we do not know about. Of course, it might seem obvious, but nobody can conclude yet. Nobody can conclude yet, because there is no facts that we can hold on to. It is subject to, the conclusion on the investigation. So at this juncture, I'll be bringing this session to a close, and after the investigation, by the time we all hear the result, we'll come back and I will be bringing a very prominent legal practitioner who will come discuss with us, to see to the matter, to highlight some facts, and to, thank you very much for being with us on the platform today. Stay blessed.